disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.
Welcome once again to another episode of Fists, Kicks, and Flicks, the podcast about martial arts, movies, and life. I am one of your hosts, Eugene Plowden, and with me, as always, my podcast partner, Joe Hartley. What's up, man?
What's going on?
If this is your first time with us, I want you to know we are members of the Martial Arts Center Network. On Tuesdays, you get the Inside Scoop with Alex and Jeff. Thursdays is us, Fists, Kicks, and Flicks with Gene, Joe, and Angel. Every other Wednesday, you got the traditional way with Brett Shumway, and I'm missing one. The Extra Scoop with Peyton and Jeff. For more information, you can check us out on all of our social media platforms. Just look for the Martial Arts Center Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon. Joe, it's showtime. What's up, man?
Not much. Today is my wife's birthday. Because we're recording on a Wednesday instead of Tuesday.
Happy birthday.
So, it was about her today. We got to do quite a bit in a limited amount of time because my middle child still had band practice at like 5. So we got up, I took care of her. I got her some nice flowers, a card, a couple of things here and there, made her some breakfast, coffee. And then she was having all these other ideas. And I was like, one of them was going to be an hour car ride. And that's fine. But I said, it was already 10:30. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, my family don't get up till 11:30 or so. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, if we're going to get out the door in a 2-hour round trip and then get back by 4:30, we're going to have to leave now. It's not going to happen.
Right.
So she was like, no, you're right. So she wanted to go to Cranbrook and check out they have a little art show. And then they have an 11.
Wow, Cranbrook is an hour away from you?
No, that was Frankenbooth she wanted to go to, which I love Frankenbooth, but Cranbrook's like 10, 15 minutes. Yeah. They had a putt-putt course, 11 holes putt-putt course, and all of them are designed by the artists at Cranbrook. So there were some interesting little holes, and it was nice out today, so it was real good. It was fun. And then we went over. We never tried that crumble cookie place. Have you tried that at all?
Yeah, man. One of the parents, I think for one of the holidays, Christmas or Thanksgiving, she bought me a box of those big ass cookies, and they were good.
Yeah, so they are big. We did 6, and so everyone got their own. Most of us like the strawberry shortcake. Is like the ice cream bar. Mm-hmm. That was real good.
Oh wow, I never had that.
Yeah, and my wife's favorite is mint chocolate chip, and they just happen to have that because they change their stuff every week.
Oh no, I did not know that. I only had it one time.
It's 6 different cookies every week. So they had like German chocolate, peanut butter cookie with peanut with M&Ms, mint chocolate chip, chocolate chunk, which I think is a staple. I think they always have the chocolate chunk, and then the mint chocolate chip and some kind of lemon blueberry thing, which I still have that upstairs to try. So that was fun. And then got my middle child over to her band practice, and she's doing real good with that. She was real nervous. She just got back last week from the away camp. She was gone for a week, and she was real nervous just about meeting new people and everything. But like I told my wife, I said she needs to learn how to be a part of a team and get used to interacting with people. Like I said, once she understands, everyone's there to help out everyone. It's freshmen all the way to seniors. So you're going to meet a lot of new people. You're going to be real cozy with your section because, that's who's going to teach you how to do your part. And then they do all the home games. And then I think they do a couple of competitions. And I believe they're also going to Disney this year.
Okay.
So, and she's already texted me today. Can I go to 7-Eleven? So-and-so is going to drive. Okay. I don't know this person. How long have they been driving? these are the kind of things you got to think about as a parent now.
Mhm.
You don't want your kid getting in a car with someone who's barely been driving, and bad things happen. So yeah, so she's making friends, she's having a good time, and we're kind of getting to used to what our new normal is this year, because the running around I did last year is about to get ramped up a little bit more.
Oh man.
Yeah, so between play and my son joining drums, he'll have archery, drums. The other one will have singing lessons and theater. I think she has 3 plays already this year that she's going to be trying out for, and that's just at school.
Mm.
And she'll probably do something outside of school. And then the other one with marching band, yeah, we're going to be pretty busy. So
All right. I mean,
good,
fun
man.
times.
Hey, my dad did the same thing with karate, because
Yeah.
we went to karate.
Yeah.
We were at the dojo pretty much 5 days a week and
Mhm.
tournaments on the weekends. So, and he made it work. And then, especially when I was like 16, 17 when I came to y'all, we were driving to Detroit 3 to 4 days a week.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, and we were learning to drive when we did that. So that was our learning to drive on the freeway.
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
But that was before M5 was in. So, I don't even remember what we would take, like 96 over to Grand River and drive through Redford to get it to y'all. So, it was a fun little drive.
Okay.
And other than that, man, just, been trying to do the work thing. I'm really trying to get the supervisor position. So I've been talking to some people.
So now you really want it now, huh?
Well, I kind of need it at this point, because that extra pay boost, the headache that comes along with it, like, that's nothing to me. But
It's worth it.
it should be. I hope so. I mean, here's the thing. So the program they have, it's like a program that's 30 days. And so they basically say, okay, well, let's see if you fit in this position. Let's see if you like it, if we like you, and then we'll talk. So I think that's worth looking into. Because if it's cool and it works, man, like, heck, I could keep moving up, retire with a nice little salary, a nice little pension, and be good.
Okay.
If I don't like it, just go back to status quo. So either way, I think it's a win-win situation. We'll see how it works.
Do you have the most seniority out of everyone that's applying, you think?
No.
Okay.
But the good thing is, so it doesn't matter about that, because for this one, it's about what, so I have experience from my old job as a supervisor. So that helps. And then they're going to look at my work ethic and my attendance, which is really good. So especially, I don't know if anybody else is looking to do it right now. Not there, at least.
Okay.
But the thing is that I like about,
just try to get in it, huh?
yeah, the thing I like, so this is what I could potentially do. I could go over there, get my feet wet with that, and then find something closer to the house. And then maybe like the top end at the closer to the house, like move up a couple more times to like postmaster. You're set, man. You're making 6 figures. You put in your 20 years. You get your pension. You get your 401k. And everything like that. And it's based off your last like 4 years. So I have a nice, nice paycheck, nice savings, saved up, a nice pension, and I'm good to go.
Good.
So that's the way to do it. But I think it'd be like, my 25 years, because I don't, if I go to 30 years, I'm looking at like 72. But if I do 25 years, yeah, I know.
Would you do that?
I don't want to. I don't want to go past 70. I want to retire like 66, man. So
I don't think I'm ever going to retire. I mean, of course, I might not be in my current job, but I'm always going to be doing something, I think.
Yeah, but I want to be doing something like I like. Like,
yes, yeah, I agree. Like,
if I was running a karate studio,
exactly,
or I'd even like, kids kicking cancer, I'd help out over there, like that kind of stuff. I'm all about that. Like, that'd be fun for me.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
But doing a 9 to 5 with somebody on my butt all day, no, thank you.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean that. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
No, I feel you. So
that you're in control of and you're in charge.
Yeah, and that's a lot of the guys that I talk to over there, that have 15, 20 plus years, they slow it down towards the end for their just to keep their pension, and they all have like a side business, a restaurant, party store, construction. I mean, I've talked to all kinds of people. They everybody's got like their own little hustle after they put in their time, and they just do the bare minimum to keep their insurance, keep their pension going, and
Mm-hmm.
then they just they once they retire, like it's smooth sailing. They got something else to keep them busy. They're good to go.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
How you been, man?
Everything's been good, man. Number one thing you said about your wife's birthday, I know Melissa is probably going to be jealous because she wants to have a summer birthday because her birthday is in January.
Yeah, that's my
And,
daughter's.
and it's her birthday is January 6th, so it's at the beginning of the year. And it's
Yep.
cold and it's snowy and it's kind of hard to plan different things because you know how it is here in Michigan, man. You go to
Yep.
plan something in January and we can get hit with a snowstorm that day of your event, and it kind of messes up everything. People don't want to come out when it's cold, you don't want to go anywhere, you don't want to do anything, and then if it's a storm on top of it, yeah. So she vents about that all the time. So I know she's gonna be jealous when she hears it's your wife's birthday. She has a summer birthday.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, it's been kind of chill, man. Me and Melissa, we didn't really do too much this weekend. I went to go see my mom. My mom's in the hospital, so we went to go visit her. Trav came down; he was here. We saw him at the hospital. Other than that, man, just kind of hung out and chill. We didn't really get
She
too much.
okay?
Yeah, she,
Figuring it
yeah,
out.
yeah, she had a little surgery a couple of weeks ago,
Okay.
and she had to go back because she had a little issue. She either coughed or sneezed or something, and tore the stitches. So she had some issues. So she had to go back in, and they're gonna have to redo the surgery again in 6 weeks because of that. So
Oh man.
yeah. So I know my mom's not gonna be happy. She's not happy about that at all. So yeah. Other than that, man, hung out with Champ on Sunday, and we went to the mall, hung out with him, and did a little bit of shopping. But other than that, just been at home chilling, man. Just trying to recover and get back into saving. I'm already starting for the holidays now. I'm not waiting to the last minute. I know I say it every year. Putting money to the side, and I like starting my holiday shopping now because then in January, all that money that I get in January is mine. I don't have to worry about. I don't worry about having to spend it on someone else.
That's
If
one
I
way to do it, man.
if I see something that's on sale that's nice and I like it, then I can take advantage for myself. But me and Melissa and the kids are supposed to be going back down to Florida in December, so hopefully we can still make that happen. We'll see. But I'm honestly, man, I'm at the point now. I'm just kind of tired of traveling around right now. I just kind of want to just chill and relax for a little bit. I know I
Yeah.
gotta go. I know I have to go down to Indianapolis for work. I'm probably gonna go down there in a month. I was supposed to go this month, but it didn't really work out, and so I'm gonna go in September, beginning of September. I'll go get some work down there. But other than that, man, just relaxing. The school's picking up, man. The black belts, the new black belts, they're doing real good. I'm proud of them. They've been stepping up and doing a lot more teaching, and it's just like somebody had flipped the switch, man, and stuff is starting to come on in their heads now. So I'm real happy about that. And all of them are still around. I thought that they were going to disappear. I thought a handful of them were going to disappear, but they didn't. And then they're actually helping this next group of red belts get ready for their tests.
That's awesome, man. That's great.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm slowly building back up to what we had at my uncle's school, man. And I just want to keep it, because we always had that next generation of students that come up after the other ones.
Yep.
So I'm trying to get back to that. So hopefully we can make that happen. Let's just jump right into the movie, man, because I know we go over a lot when we talking about Cobra Kai. Um, but this is episode number 5, the last one, and we're gonna do a recap of the whole season so far. Episode 5, what you think, man?
Um, good episode. One
Hmm.
kind of a direction I thought it would, but kind of not. Like I said, a lot of it I wasn't shocked by when it was happening, but some of the stuff, we got Tori dealing with her mom, and there's kind of some aftermath. You got Kreese, which I was thinking about this the other day, and this I hate that I have to do this, but because I don't want to mess. But how is he getting back and forth to the U.S.
Man,
and
I
Korea?
wondered that also.
But he's gonna be on a do not fly list. So is there a private jet? Even on a private jet, don't you kind of have to know who the passenger is? Like, I don't know, man.
I don't know. I was wondering that myself. How he's getting back and forth in America, and then also how did he get into Spain? Also, I have no idea, man.
Spain is okay because I don't think they're going to use a extradition thing
No,
for him for
I
that.
didn't I didn't mean that. I meant just like what you said. Like, is there a no fly?
I just don't know how he's getting to him. He's gotten out of America.
Mm-hmm.
He's not walking or taking a boat to Korea.
No,
He's
not
taking
at
a
all.
plane. How are you getting on a plane?
Mm-hmm.
Like, your picture is going to be you're on a do not fly list. I guarantee that.
Yeah, he has.
So, like,
The messed up part about that,
is how my brain works.
if he would have just stayed in jail just one more day, he possibly would have gotten out because the charges was, him jumping and beating up Stingray, which obviously did not happen.
Yeah, and then
I don't know how Stingray actually did not get arrested.
But he killed the guy to get out of jail, right?
He didn't kill anyone. No, he just beat those guys up. But you can't. I mean, that's assault. You can't assault officers and doctors.
Oh yeah. Okay,
So
I couldn't remember. He made himself seem like he was dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
and
you
then
can't
beat him up.
You can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And so
Well, that's the Kreese style.
The therapist ID to get in and out of locked doors. He stole that ID also.
Oh yeah. I remember.
Yeah,
that.
he just messed it up for himself. Like, he possibly could have been all right, but
the other thing that kind of killed me. So we have this. The captains are the ones who are kind of going to be soaking up all the glory. So you're going to get a female and a male captain after they pick their 6 people, which now we got our 6 people. And so they can't really decide who they want their captains to be because they got 4 kind of alpha, 2 male and 2 female fighters, which you kind of knew this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that's making me laugh, and I hate to, like I said, if I wasn't doing this show, I probably would just watch it and be like, no problem. But watch, on the show, we got to look at a lot of things because, we need stuff to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just having a problem with Robbie and Miguel thinking that being the captain of this team is going to help their lives so greatly.
So,
I don't think Stanford is going to look at Miguel and say, oh, bro, man, you're the, Saikai Taikai karate champion. Man, we got to have you at our school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That, I mean, only thing I can think of is they have to, and maybe they'll explain this later on in the season, but unless they are looking at past winners and seeing what those past winners received, that's the only thing that makes sense as to why they think like this is going to be the best thing in the world for us to win this.
And Robbie, he's not even thinking about college, really.
Okay, let's talk.
This will make his life better.
Hold on.
How's this going to make his life better?
I hold on. Before we get to that part, there's something about Robbie that we've been skipping over, and I have not seen anyone online talk about this.
What is it?
Robbie should not be a senior. When we started this thing off, he was in 10th grade. They all were in 10th grade when they started this off.
Yeah.
And Robbie was automatically a dropout at the beginning of this series. He was a dropout. He was lying to his teachers and saying him and Johnny were on trips and things like that. And then Johnny confronted him and he said, me and mom are okay with me dropping out of school, whatever. Right. That was that first year. The second year, so their 11th grade year, Robbie comes to the school in day 1. Him and Miguel get into that big fight, which happens where Robbie kicks him over the banister and he breaks his back and all that stuff. That's the 11th grade year. So Robbie runs away and then goes to jail, this, that, and the other. So he's missing in the 11th grade. Then he gets out of jail. He does not go to school when he gets out of jail. He was there for what, maybe a month or two?
Yeah.
In juvie, and then he gets out. And now it's the 3rd year and he goes to school again. So he should technically be a 10th grader when everyone else is seniors.
Oh, maybe he did some accelerated, again, this is more movie magic, man. Like, these are just the things. I know people are probably going to look at us and like quit picking everything apart, but like, this is when you watch I've watched this 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just notice some different things. And I think it would be silly of us not to at least question it. You know what I'm saying?
Robbie, and honestly, Robbie should not really worry about his life unless there's something that he wants to do that he doesn't know if he'll be able to do it. Because if push comes to shove, Robbie is always going to be able to be a martial arts instructor. He's always going to be able to teach Miyagi-Do. And he's always going to be able to work at LaRusso Auto. So he should not have to worry about his future at all. It's not like if he doesn't win this tournament that he's going to be, back to the gutter. Robbie goes. That's not going to happen. He'll be okay in the long run.
So I was happy to see Tori basically turn Kreese away, but Kreese did get in her head a little bit because he basically tells her she's never going to be full Miyagi-Do because of everything that happened. They're never going to embrace her, blah, 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 whatever. I mean, of course, that's Kreese being Kreese. But, I mean, honestly, without the extra stuff brought on, the extra drama, I think she would have been just fine being Miyagi-Do.
I don't think she might have
even won the captain spot.
She might have won the captain spot, but I don't think in the long run, I don't think she would have been okay with being a Miyagi-Do student at this point. I think maybe when she got a little bit older and more mature, she could have, leaned into it. But
I'm going to tell you what really could have got her there. See, this is the part that makes me mad about this show, because why is it that we always have to have Daniel and Johnny at ends? I know I said it last week, but I kind of hinted towards it. But they really break them apart again. And this time, I really have to say, it's Daniel's fault.
Yes.
Daniel is the bad guy at this point. He is the one. Johnny has fully done his best to embrace Miyagi-Do in his life, in his teachings. He is doing everything possible. He is biting the bullet at every turn. And all he wants is to teach a few of his lessons, and Daniel can't let him do it.
That is from the beginning of the series of this season. He's in his way,
and he has
like,
nobody to blame but himself.
No,
he really does. He's the one that's wrong, and then it just pulls Johnny and Daniel fully apart, and now you start seeing the team pull apart. And that, to me, I think if they were on the same page, everything that happened, even with the drama, could have kept Tori from doing what she does at the end.
Well, I don't think the kids know that there's issues between them. I think the kids are kind of used to it.
Always know a little bit something.
Well, that's possible. But what I mean is the kids aren't seeing them fight in front of them, really.
No. But
they're not doing that.
Yeah.
And they're not talking negatively about each other either.
Yeah. When you see that Johnny keeps trying, I mean, to the point, so Daniel can't really come up with an excuse to keep Johnny from teaching his lesson. So then he uses his power as Johnny's boss to keep him away.
I don't even understand why he did it.
Because he can't take not being the one in charge. He can't take that Johnny might be a better instructor than him. He can't take that, they need both teachings of Eagle Fang / Cobra Kai. Because let's be honest, Eagle Fang is Eagle Fang, but it's still Cobra Kai. It's just the new Cobra Kai that Johnny's trying to teach.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't Johnny bring his brand of karate mixed with Miyagi? Daniel can't accept it.
Daniel doesn't want that to happen,
Yes, it was the
And I think
Daniel and Chosen
Amanda
show.
kind of knows that too. Amanda kind of knows that
Yeah.
also.
And then you throw in the Miyagi drama, and now Daniel is like, now I really have to prove myself. So what he does is, like I said, this is so wrong. He puts Johnny on a job that's going to keep Johnny away from his day of teaching, so Daniel can take the kids and teach them. But not only doesn't even teach the whole class, he just takes his favorite students and teaches them away from the class
Yeah.
before
Well,
they're going to fight each other as captains.
well, see, this is what's crazy. How come what I would have did if I was Johnny and Daniel, they should have said, you know what? I'll take two, you take the other two, and we'll
Yes.
train them separately. And
Yes.
then I'll train these two today, you train these two today. Tomorrow I'll train the other two and you train the other two. Problem solved.
Or okay, because you Johnny can take Sam and Miguel, because technically those are the two that Daniel wants anyway. So you switch it up, and then Daniel takes the other two. Now it's kind of like you don't have a dog in the fight. Everybody wins. I'm not giving you extra tips. You're not giving me. We're all on the same playing field. Now we can do this. We can get a fair shot, and may the best man and woman win. I think that would have been the way. But instead, like I said, Daniel has to get on his high horse. He's got to be real petty. And of course, you knew the second that started happening, I knew Johnny was going to find out. Johnny's doing a test drive. He sees Daniel training in the forest with the two kids, of course, in true Johnny fashion. And he had did he go overboard with it? Yes. Did he make an ass of himself like he normally does? Yes. But frankly, this time I think he was in the right. Even though he wasn't, it wasn't a perfect thing, he was right to call Daniel out on that, because that was wrong for Daniel to keep him away and then go off with just the two kids and on his own.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
And so now you've created a rift before this amazing, chance that you have for Miyagi-Do, for these kids, for everybody in this Saikai Taikai, that you basically kind of cornered yourself into having to win. And now you and your best instructor are at odds with each other.
This is what kills me about Daniel. Because they already leaked that Mr. Miyagi participated in some form of fashion in this tournament. Yeah. We don't 100% know if he actually did it or if he had a student, because I know they found that headband. That headband could have been one of his students. It could have been. We don't know. We don't know the story yet. It could have been a friend of his. We don't know what it is. But what we do know is Mr. Miyagi does not like tournaments. He said it in number 3, and Daniel was going through some shit in number 3, and Mr. Miyagi did not care. And he still did not want him to participate in the All Valley in the 3rd tournament, right?
And it would be nice, because this is why I think it was Miyagi in this tournament. Mm-hmm. And something happened they're gonna give us the reason why he doesn't like tournaments. I'm assuming.
Right. So, but my thing is, Daniel is talking about getting into the tournament for Miyagi-Do, to spread Miyagi-Do to the world. That is not what Mr. Miyagi would have wanted.
It's not.
Not at all. So he's going against some of his own teachings.
Yes.
Because, and matter of fact, everything he's done since Cobra Kai has started is going against Miyagi-Do, yes. Mr. Miyagi.
Let's be honest. In a perfect world, Miyagi would have helped Daniel raise those kids under a Miyagi-Do umbrella. That's what would have happened. It would have been Daniel and Sam and Anthony, and that maybe the wife if she wanted to. And Miyagi would have been just happy with that.
Yeah. Because once things changed for Daniel once he saw that Johnny had opened up Cobra Kai. Mr. Miyagi would have been like, so leave him alone. Why are you bothering him? Because Daniel is the one who went to Johnny's school and confronted him about, beating up Kyler without even knowing the story, and confronting him and then telling him that this isn't over and all this stuff. He's instigating the problem. Well, he
Yes.
instigated the problem between him
Yes.
and Johnny, because up to that point, like they had no run-ins. I mean, they saw each other at the dealership, and Daniel was teasing him or whatever for some weird reason,
Well,
so
yeah, but and the crazy thing is, if Daniel would have paid attention, Johnny took a group of misfits and gave them purpose.
he took a bunch of kids that were less talented than Daniel
Yes,
and gave them all purpose and
and
skills.
gave them a family, like,
Yeah, yeah.
a group of friends and colleagues, basically,
Hmm.
to help them, get through some difficult times in school. And
Hmm.
that's the crazy thing. Like, okay, so let's talk about it. Tori's mom, basically, she's supposedly getting better, and then all of a sudden she falls down and she passes away. And this is all frustrating. This whole group, including Daniel and Johnny, could have helped her get through that.
Yep.
But instead, Johnny and Daniel has to have his own little way. Then him and Johnny get into it. Then they have to fight about the way to handle it in front of each other, when they should have kind of went off to the side and tried to figure it out, and all that. But their fighting, kind of caused the rift that, might make or break this team down the road.
Now let's talk about that. So I know we're jumping toward the end a little bit, but Johnny. So Daniel wants to stop the fight. Amanda wants to stop the fight when Tori and Sam are fighting, and I believe Sam was winning the fight when it got stopped.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I mean Tori was fighting aggressive.
Yes.
She was trying to take Sam's head off. She was not in
Yep.
her right frame of mind as far as thinking like this is still my friend. Because the whole up until this point, her and Sam have been like besties. They
Yeah,
they they
but they
squashed
were
their
still going
beef
to
and
go.
everything.
They were going to go all out in that fight.
Right,
Just there
right, right,
wasn't
right,
going to be any aggression behind it.
right. Now Daniel and Amanda did not want the fight to continue. Johnny did want the fight to continue. And I think Johnny knew best because he was also in that position when his mother
Yes.
died. And he said
Yes.
that he wished he could have fought and got that aggression out, you know. So he knew better, and he was trying to get that point across to Daniel, but Daniel is either my way or no way. That's just
Yes.
how Daniel is.
And that
We
was
do
the
things my
problem.
way, or we're not doing it at all, or there's going to be a problem.
Yeah, that was the big problem. And I mean, even before that, I forgot about this part, but Johnny went full Jerry Maguire, trying to start his own car
Yeah.
company and get he's like, who's coming with me?
Yeah, did you hear
That
him
part
tell?
was
He told Louis to grab some cars from the trading lot and come and meet me. Like you just can't steal some cars. You just can't
Johnny's
steal some
perception of reality sometimes is a little messed up. Grab some cars from the trading.
Yeah, he said grab some cars from the trading lot,
Could you imagine? Be like, all right, I'm gonna take some of your inventory stock. Don't worry. You know,
and I'm gonna be a competitor to you. That's
I
crazy.
mean,
That's crazy.
that was funny. But and before this, Robbie and Miguel had a good fight, but Robbie uh edged out Miguel in that one for the captain spot.
Right.
Um, what would you have done? Would you have let the fight continue?
Yeah, I would have let the fight. Well, number one, we would have stopped the fight right then and there.
Yeah.
We could have talked with her and spoke with her. Find out how she's doing, give her a
Didn't
hug.
Sam say it was okay?
Yeah, she said it's okay. Yeah, yeah.
Then I gotta say, I think I'm with you on that.
No,
I
no,
think
no.
I
She
would.
she wanted. I mean, she wanted to stop, but
No, but I thought Sam was okay with it. Keep going if Tori was.
I can't remember that.
I'm pretty sure she said it
I
was fine.
I thought that she was saying that she. I thought she said that it was okay because of the aggression Tori was doing. I'm not sure if she
Oh,
said it at
before
that
she
part.
found out, yeah, before she got the
Yeah,
full information. Got you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, they could have stopped, took her into the house, talked to her, see how she was doing, and then continue. That's how I would have wanted to do it. And
Yeah,
then got it over with, and then did whatever. I wouldn't have let her walk away like that. Somebody should have stopped her. Amanda, somebody should have stopped her. Say, hey, let's talk. Let's sit down. Let's figure this out. You know,
yeah, for
if
sure.
somebody lost their parent, they need to be with people. They don't need to be alone.
Yeah,
And everybody knew that she had no one but her little brother. So
and
they shouldn't have
not
let
only
her
that,
left.
yeah, and they're showing like her relationship with her mom before she got sick. Like, I
Hmm.
mean, her mom was her whole world. Her mom is where her strength came from. So that
Hmm.
that part sucks.
Yeah,
Like, it really, I mean, that really hit everything, and that's all she can think about. And there's a lot of anger there, and it's, yeah, I get it. It's terrible
yeah,
because she was supposed to be training for a couple of days, and was just
she,
not showing up for the training, and then all of a sudden she showed up for the fight.
yeah. No, nobody knew where she was because Robbie had been texting her and calling her, and
Yeah,
she knew that he was trying to reach out because the phone was right next to her. We would see the phone ringing or text coming through, and she just wasn't. Just wasn't answering, so she
yeah, she
wasn't in her
wasn't.
right headspace. So
No, not at all. I kept forgetting to ask about this because I was wondering when it was going to happen. But from episode 2 on, what did you think of Hawk's new hair?
I did not like that. That you talking about the red, white, and blue?
Yeah.
I did not like that. That looks real goofy. I mean, I know I mean, I'm assuming somebody, of course, someone probably has hair like that at the Olympics right now. So I get it, but it looked too big. It looked too stupid.
It was huge. It was
Yeah,
not normal the way it
yeah,
was normally.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
they were like, let's go all out with this bad boy. Like,
yeah.
dang.
They added to it, man. I mean, that was like Yondo from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yandos wasn't even real. It was he was like robotic with that.
I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the in the comic. If you look at
Oh,
Yondu
yeah, yeah,
in the
yeah.
comic,
Yeah.
it was like that. That was a little ridiculous how big it was. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it almost
Um,
looked like a prosthetic or something.
yeah. And then we see that we also learned that Dimitri he got into MIT, and he's still mad. He's still mad at Hawk for not applying, That that was, you know what? It's funny because I had a situation like that when it came to college, but we didn't take it. We didn't take it the way that Dimitri is taking it. So when I went to Ferris, myself, Ski, my friend named Dre, my friend named Kev, all four of us were supposed to go together. You
Yeah.
know, Ski applies, me and Dre apply, and we keep asking Kevin if he's going to apply, if he turn in his application, this and another. Eventually, he told us that he wasn't going to do it. He changed his mind, didn't want to do it. It's like, okay, cool, fine. We still were friends with him. We
Yeah.
didn't get butthurt over it. We didn't act like Dimitri. It was like, all right, well, we'll see when we come home. Us three are still going, but it is what it is. You know. So to see
Honestly,
Dimitri act the way he was acting,
yeah,
I didn't get it.
I think it showed growth on Hawk's behalf because he kind of realized like maybe that was my old life, but I've kind of changed some things up, and this is kind of, maybe there is more out there. Maybe there's something different I want to be a part of.
Well, yeah, you don't have to. I mean, he wants to experience more things. Like when they went to Kyler school, and he sees that it's more than just studying and doing homework. Like life,
Yeah,
you can enjoy life a little bit. And I don't know if I mean, it's okay to have different life. You grow apart from people that you grew up with. The people that you were real tight with, as you get older, you guys go in separate directions. It,
yeah,
it, it happens all the time. You know.
it's just part of life, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, let's continue. Did you did you notice that Kenny wasn't there during the fight?
Yeah,
What do you think was up with that?
I was trying to figure out. Like, I thought maybe he'd show up, but he's like plotting his revenge now.
I think Kenny is going to show up on Cobra Kai. He's either going to be on John Kreese's team, or I think he's going to be on Silver's team. Now, as of
You
right
think
now,
Silver has a team?
we don't know, but there could be an argument. He could say that his Cobra Kai was the one that actually got the invitation.
Didn't both get invited?
Both Cobra Kai and Miyagi though got invited. So what Kreese is doing, he is taking Cobra Kai to the Saikai Taikai, but his team wasn't the one that won.
No.
He's taking it by just the name of Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
It was actually, so I think that could add to some drama in the next, batch of episodes that come out. I think
That'd be
Silver's going to show
interesting.
up with a team.
That'd be interesting.
And I think Kenny might, because Kenny was close with Kreese and he was close with
Yeah.
Silver, and more so he was closer with Silver than anyone. But I found it pretty interesting that he did not show up to watch the fight at all. And I know Angel sent in a question. He asked about that. He asked, he said, where's Kenny and his brother? I didn't expect his brother to be there, because his brother never started training.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't expect him to be at Miyagi though, watching the fight.
Man, I didn't even think about. I just thought Kenny was just gonna be like. I didn't think he wasn't gonna be on the show anymore, because I'm kind of wondering next season, are we gonna get? We're gonna get scenes in Barcelona mostly, but then there's still gonna be life going on back at home.
Yeah, there should.
So you're gonna see, I was thinking Kenny and Anthony at school, going back to their old ways. What does he call him, Lapuso?
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm sure they're gonna come up with some kind of, crap in your pants name for Kenny. Or whatever.
I hope, yeah, almost called on Angel. Anthony did say he called it the shitning, which he's pouring gasoline on the fire, because Kenny already thinks that Anthony did it. Yeah. He doesn't know it was Devin, and Devin even asked at the fight. She asked where was Kenny, and nobody knew. So just by them even adding that little part, that to me seems like a little clue that Kenny might either show up on Team Silver or show up on Team Kreese, Cobra Kai.
That'd be interesting. That would be real interesting.
And remember, they only showed 3 guys for Cobra Kai, Kreese's Cobra Kai, when they showed up, and then Tori. So that's 2 spots are remaining. They didn't show 6. Another thing I wish they would have did, they should have told us how many men and women were on each team. They should have did that.
They never really gave it that, because, I mean, at one point, if Devin didn't make it, the whole team was just going to be Tori, Sam, and then the rest of the team was going to be guys.
No, it would have been 3. It would have been 3 girls and 3 guys. Hawk got on the team because
Tori left. You're right.
So it would have been Tori, Sam, and Devin, and then Robbie, Miguel, and Dimitri. Yeah, and I don't think they would have won with that team. I think Dimitri and Devin. I think Devin's still going to lose anyway. I think she might get hurt pretty bad, honestly. Because if they fight those Cobra Kai kids, the Korean Cobra Kai kids, I think they're going to get beat up pretty bad. I think most of them. I think Robbie might be able to hold his own. I think Miguel might be able to hold his own. Maybe Hawk. I don't know. I think Hawk might be able to hold his own over Miguel, because Miguel doesn't.
I was just going to say the same thing. I was just about to ask you. I honestly think Hawk is their best fighter.
Yeah, I think so too. And Miguel does not seem like his head is in it anymore.
Yeah, he's thinking about too many other things. But I mean, all 3 of them have the potential. But I have always said, to me, Hawk is the best fighter.
I think I might agree with that.
I mean, one, he has the size and the length. He has a lot of skill. And he has, just like Robbie. Oh, well, all three of them have Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai lessons that they've learned. So, and Hulk, without all the anger and being pissed off, I mean, I think he has a good shot. But those Cobra Kai guys are not anything to mess with. I don't care.
They were like, to me, those kids seem like a better version of the Korean team from Best of the Best.
Yeah, true.
Those kids look ruthless. Those new Cobra Kai kids, those kids look ruthless.
Dang, man, I wasn't even paying attention before, but I'm watching it now. They only show 4 Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
so
they only
the last one.
It's 2. It's 2 missing. It's 2 missing.
Oh, is there 6? Oh yeah.
So yeah, 6. So they show the 3 guys show up, and Tori shows up at the end. So that's only 4. So there's going to be 2, and I know they did that on purpose.
Yeah, of course they did.
Yeah,
I really thought that they were going to show Jackie Chan at the end of this.
I mean, I guess he might have a team. I don't know. I don't think we're going to see anything.
Where else is he going to come into this?
At the very, very end, and in the last 5 episodes, I think. Right before the movie, it's going to be something. I think it's going to be something with Daniel overseas investigating what happened with Mr. Miyagi. That's what I think, and I think I think at some point in time, him and Mr.
I would
Han
like it better for Han to show up at the Saikai Taikai. That makes more sense to me.
Yeah, if he wants to be a teacher, but in that movie, they were basically trying to make him like Mr. Miyagi, and if he's trying to be like Mr. Miyagi was not running a martial arts school.
No, true.
So who knows? Who knows?
I'm curious about that, but I mean, he played the Miyagi role, but he wasn't Miyagi.
Not really. No, I mean, he was supposed to be Mr. Miyagi, then also he also did Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Even though the movie was
I know. At one point, we're gonna have to do that movie, and I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I don't love that movie, but it's not a terrible movie.
It's the same movie.
Well, of course it is.
It's the exact same movie. I didn't hate it. I mean, if you hate that movie, you gotta hate
the Kung Fu in it is. I like seeing the process of that because I've never learned Kung Fu, so I like seeing some of the process, and I like some of the stuff. But the ending, just like the crane kick, was so stupid.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I was in the movie theater when I went to go see that movie, and when he did that movie, the whole movie theater erupted. I was like, wait a minute, this is
happy.
Yes, they were clapping and whistling, and I was like, y'all knew this was going to happen. You knew he was going to do some type of fantastic kick. I mean, it wasn't the crane kick; it was some other flip kick that he did. No,
but the way the flip kick was fine, but that whole thing about like hypnotizing the guy like a cobra, what the hell? I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, he did that kick, man, and the whole theater just erupted. And I'm looking around like,
the kick was fine.
Like, this is not an actual fighting event. Like, this is a movie. You guys did not know this was about to happen. If you knew,
they knew it was going to happen.
Kid, then you should have known that this was going to happen.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, Joe, maybe we should.
I don't remember that. I don't remember, but it probably did erupt when I was there too. I don't remember if I saw it opening night.
We should do that movie next. We should do it next.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down.
Yeah, we can do that, and then do the other movies I told you about earlier. We can do that next. Yeah. So let's talk about the first 5 episodes. What'd you think of the first 5 episodes?
Overall, I loved it, man. I mean, I was excited for it. I mean, I knew I was going to be a little upset with the just 5 episodes. I'm the type of person like, man, give me all the stuff and I want to stream it. But this is the Netflix model. This is what they've been doing.
Oh, really?
They're popular shows. They did it with it was a drug show. I can't even remember what it was called now. It was the name of the place they were at. Anyhow, They broke that one down into 2 seasons, 2 months apart. And I was reading online because at first I was like, well, this is so stupid. Why are they doing this? But it's to keep people subscribed longer.
Hmm. But they didn't have to stretch it out this far. Goodness gracious! If this came out when it came out, then the next episode should have come out within 2 or 3 months. That not so far.
But here's the part that pisses me off about that. Okay. And if Netflix hears this, I don't give a damn because I have had Netflix for years.
Hmm.
All right.
Me
I'm
too.
not going anywhere.
Hmm.
So you're going to say, instead of rewarding your loyal customers with all 15 episodes, you're worried about the person who's only going to subscribe for a month to watch these. And then you think, if I'm only going to subscribe for a month to watch these, it's not going to happen. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pirate the damn thing.
Yeah, but you know what? Also, what somebody might do? Somebody might just come just to watch it for that month and cancel it, and then come back when the next few episodes
That's what
drop.
I'm saying. It's so stupid to think that I'm going to pay for this for the next 6 months just so I can finish the
Yeah.
Karate Kid or the Cobra Kai.
Hmm.
And honestly, when this was on YouTube, I didn't watch it on YouTube.
I did. Yeah, I did.
So I wasn't
I,
getting
yeah.
YouTube TV just to watch this. I just waited for it to come out somewhere else. Or I probably watched it on something that I wasn't supposed
That's probably how I watched the first one. But I know the second season I did watch it on YouTube TV. Yeah.
to. No. I
I had
watched
it,
them.
but I did what you said. I just had it just for Cobra Kai, and then I canceled it right after.
That's what I'm saying.
So
So you're not doing yourself any favors by doing it this way.
no,
Like if this is your model, good Lord help you, man.
no, but
Because
or they could have did it for they could have did it 3 months in a row, like 5 1 month, next month 5 more, the final month, the last 5. Even do it
I
that
mean,
way
I'd be
to make
okay
it
with
more
that
fair.
compared to this, but to make me
Yeah.
wait till 2025 and you don't even, okay, let's say it's January, February, okay, whatever. Now I got another 6 months. Or what are you gonna make us wait till the middle?
I think it's gonna come out early. I think it's gonna be February or March.
I
And
hope
and
so,
that's
man.
the only reason I'm saying that is because the new Karate Kid movie comes out in May, I believe. I believe
Yeah.
that comes out in May. If I could be wrong, but I believe it's in May. So I think the final 5 might come out in February or March.
But
Right.
overall, man, I'm excited for the next part in November. I really want to see what this whole Seikai Taikai is all about. I want to see, let's see what drama we get there. Of course, I'm gonna blow through those 5 episodes so quick. It's gonna be nice to talk about them. But
Yeah.
overall, I like this. I've loved this show. I like when they bring things back and they make them better.
Hmm.
I like symmetry, man. That's what I feel like this is to me. Okay, you give one side of a story for three movies, and you just see Daniel as the good guy. Be it that he's May, he's got this amazing teacher, and you see Cobra Kai as the bad guy, and Johnny in the first one, he's the worst. But you kind of see at the end he's really not that bad because he does say you're all right, LaRusso, blah blah blah. And then the second movie, then you kind of find out Kreese is the problem.
Hmm.
And then you go to Okinawa and there's more drama there. And then in the third one, give or take, you find out more about Cobra Kai, and we just hate Cobra Kai and it's the worst. But then the show comes out, and right off the bat you're like, you start learning all these things about Johnny, you start learning more about Kreese. And
Hmm.
I like that I get to learn more about these characters, and it's not always one-sided. You know what I'm saying? I hate
Hmm.
a movie, or I hate episodes where everything's just so one-sided, because the world is not black and white like that. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
world is never just good versus evil, bad versus good. You know what I'm saying? There's
And
always two sides of the story.
yeah, you're right about that, Joe. And the number one thing that this show does is a lot of times we never see why the villain becomes the villain.
Yes.
They're just the villain. They're just the bad guy.
Yep.
This shows us what led to these characters being the bad guy or the villain in the Karate Kid movies, because at one point both Johnny and Kreese were both good people, and
Yes.
we bumped heads when I said Kreese is actually not even that like a real villain, and we see that a few times in this, like even when Kenny when Kenny and Robbie fought in the All Valley, also when was it Tori? He looked at her a certain way when she was fighting in All Valley before she won. We saw we saw Kreese, having a little bit of sympathy. He even came to check on Miguel when he got hurt, and him and Johnny crossed paths in the hall. He said, "I just want to know how the kid was doing." You know,
Yeah. No, I've been trying to say, I've been saying, can I was looking to see if after Johnny being redeemed fully, if they were going to redeem Kreese. And I mean, I kind of wonder still, like, is that even possible?
well, I think him and Johnny are going to have a heart to heart at the end of this thing, but I don't. I will be surprised if Kreese survives. I really think he's.
You really are.
I really think he's done. I
But what's
think
going
he
to
is done.
cause him to be like? What even gives you? What would happen? He's at a tournament.
Well, he's at a tournament, but remember, there's going to be another part. If Cobra Kai does
Do
not
you think he's
win,
going to come back to America
oh, I don't
and
think he's
he's
coming back to
gonna?
America. I think either him and Silver are going to fight each other, or him and his instructor are going to fight each other.
Oh, okay, so
And
he
I think they might
loses
kill it. I think
the
they might. I
Saikai
think they might kill each
Taikai,
other.
and the instructor kills him.
I think they might kill each other fighting.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Well, let me get to Angel's notes. Angel he says, I love the Mike Barnes versus Johnny scene. Literally been waiting more than 30 years for that. He said that I like how is he waiting more than 30 years for that? And Angel ain't even 30. But anyway,
Oh, it's a good thing he's
I
not here for
I
that one.
I had to give it to you, Angel. You know me, man. Anyway, he says I like how they place emphasis on how the All Valley is considered a huge regional tournament, and how Mike Barnes was a national champion and Sakai Takai is an international tournament. It makes it more relatable to what we do. I agree with that. You got anything about that?
No, that I mean
Okay.
that's dead on.
Okay. He says Daniel is starting to be more of a pussy over this Miyagi thing, and it's making him a terrible instructor. Yep, I agree with that. Now he says Johnny was wrong for wanting Tori to keep fighting, and he should have backed up Daniel. I'm not sure about that. I think they all should have talked about it. Daniel, Tori, and Johnny should have talked together away from everyone else, and probably Amanda could have been there also, and
Yeah,
Sam
but
probably could have been there
it
also,
was
and all of them.
only Johnny and Daniel talking away, and they were disagreeing. And then, of
Yeah.
course, like you said, Daniel had the final say for
hmm
whatever reason.
hmm And then he says, my question leading in two parts. Where's Kenny and his brother? We already talked about that. Will the part two be about the tournament? If so, then how do we wrap up the show in part three? I really don't know how they're going to wrap this up now. Like, I mean, there are certain things that there's certain things they can do. Like, they're going to talk about the kids. We find out their futures, like who's going to what college. In the third one, Johnny and Carmen obviously are going to have the baby in the third one, or the third part. And then we'll find out what happens with the fate of Miyagi Do. We find that out in the third part also. Um, let's see. Let's say he says, will they explain Miyagi role in the tournament? I think we might. I think we might find out some more stuff about Miyagi, but I don't know about how much. We might see a picture. You remember how in the second season when Daniel returned to the All Valley, or no, that's the first season when he returned to the All Valley, and they had the pictures of the different fighters for throughout the years for the
Yeah,
All Valley. They might have a pic. They might have something like that where they have Miyagi as a young man, and Daniel might see that. So who knows? And then he says, "How does the show set up the Miyagi prequel?" Well, they're already doing that with this little mystery thing they're doing with him. Then he says, overall, the season was really good at building the storylines for Cobra Kai universe. I would love to give it an A plus. I agree, Angel. I give it an A plus also, and I'm
Same.
quite sure you did too.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what we'll do. For the next one, we will watch the Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith Karate Kid movie because obviously this is going to somehow tie into this Cobra Kai universe, so we might as well revisit that. And I've only seen this movie one time, and like I said, it was at the theater when it first came out. So other than that, I don't really remember a lot about it, other than it was almost identical to the first Karate Kid movie. All right, you got anything else?
No, man, good show.
Yeah, it was pretty good. All right, I guess we don't have to wear this again until November.
Yep.
All right, everyone. Stay safe, stay strong. We'll holler at you next week. And I am going to play our music.
Disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.